Um, let's talk about these NFLPA report cards because they're interesting. Um,
Yeah.
the
Well, kind of unexpected. Well, I don't know. I think Washington was 3. No,
Washington overall, y'all were where did I not
it was
did I
like
not?
Dolphins, Vikings, us or something.
Y'all were definitely up there. I don't know why I thought I had y'all down as I thought I marked you guys down like it with a couple different grades you had.
Yeah,
But y'all were
but
definitely up there.
it's like a big change because back in the day, shit, even 5 years ago, we were the worst. Or
Mm.
like food wise, like you had to pay for meals or something, and like their teams flip. But then like you hear shit about like the Steelers who ranked as the worst, and then they're just going to town on the owner. What's his name? Art Rooney the second or something. Going to absolute town on him. There's 5 bathrooms in the entire locker room, 5 stalls, 5 toilets,
Bro, they were ranked the worst.
which is absurd. And then they were
Worst
talking about the field. How
worst
the field
field.
is used for so many sporting events that it just turns into a pile of trash,
It says worst field by a wide margin.
dude. Which is crazy.
Locker room
I
got
mean,
an F.
yeah, everything was an F,
Art Rooney ranked last in willingness to invest in facilities.
which is crazy. Like they are one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
like are really, really below everybody.
it is funny to see one of the most legendary franchises get this bad of a report card.
Yeah, and then
Um,
they review training staff and shit like that, and
mhm.
that shit came out bad too. But
Oh yeah, well, besides what I think Mike Tomlin got an A. He got an A. So I got Mike
yeah,
Tomlin was always going to get love, but besides that, it was pretty bad for Pittsburgh. Now there was two coaches that got an A plus.
really,
What two coaches do you think got A pluses this year?
I have no clue. I don't know. Kevin O'Connell,
Yes. Sean McVay
nice.
and Dan Quinn.
It's not true.
That is a thousand
I'd
percent
love to give
true.
him not an A plus.
But
Dan Quinn does seem like a nice guy though. He seems like a good dude.
I mean, it sounds like he's a player's coach at least.
Vraves didn't get an A plus.
Vrabe's got an A.
That's
So
fine.
all the people that got an A: Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, O'Connell, Sirianni, Mike Tomlin, Andy Reid, Mike Vrabel, Mike McDonald, and
John Harbaugh.
Aaron Glenn.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, I guess when everybody's stupid.
Well, because I mean, I don't know. Hey,
It when you can't win games and you can't even get an interception, things aren't that bad, and you can't even get the worst. I mean, you can't even get the first overall pick. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing like who cares? It is what it is. Where did Mike McDaniel rank? Like,
that's a
where did the coaches
good.
who got fired?
Okay, so that's a good question. So the four lowest grades are B minus, C plus, C minus.
Okay,
And I will say I don't have Mike on this list, so he's somewhere in between
him in the
an
middle then.
A and a B.
B, yeah, it's fine.
Or no, an A minus and a B.
Yeah,
B minus. Take a shot.
Stefanski.
There were a few, but the biggest one in my eyes, Matt LaFleur.
Yes, thank God. Get
But
him out
I
of
mean, I don't
there.
know. It's I guess in terms of, I mean, in this, if this is if we're skewing this, it's like B minus is pretty bad.
If we're looking at like the A and
Or
A
at
plus
a
guys,
curve. Are we? Is this is like the drop off is A?
well, like A's seems like good. A seems like really good, and
Mm.
then A plus is stellar, Everything especially B minus. Everything below that feels like a fail.
What about here's two guys at C plus.
Zach Taylor.
No, Zach Taylor got like an A minus or something.
Oh, nice.
Zach Taylor got an A minus, yeah, an A minus.
Nice.
Got
Good
an
for
A
him.
minus, yeah.
You don't win a lot of games.
It's Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh.
Jim.
Jim
I was
Harbaugh.
trying to recover which Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh,
Wow.
which is kind of interesting.
Pete, I get. I think Pete was kind of checked out.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think Pete had a lot of friends in Seattle by the time he left either. Jim is funny though, because the Chargers, they have a big social media team now where they post a lot of shit. And I remember when he first started, a lot of it was like how, I guess, I don't know, a part of the team Jim is, and how involved Jim is, and how he works out with the guys same way John does or whatever. But yeah, no, it's funny to see Jim down there in a C minus.
Yeah, or C plus, C plus, C
C
plus,
plus.
C plus.
Same difference.
Because I think John got a B. I think he got a B or B plus. Okay. Did I write down what he? No, I didn't write down what he got.
Somewhere in there though.
But if you look at what else we had, a C. We had Brian Dable.
Makes sense. I mean, he's a favorites player.
Yeah. You mean
Seems
in terms
like a
of
few guys? Seems like a few guys liked him, and probably the rest weren't too big of a fan.
Gotcha. And then the worst ranking for any coach, the worst grade for any coach, a C minus.
Do I guess? Jonathan Gannon.
Kevin Stefanski.
Stefanski's crazy. There's no way.
Kevin Stefanski. Well,
There's no way.
You have to imagine that the NFLPA's probably Team Shador.
That's crazy.
You know, that's just my assumption.
Out of all the guys who lost their job last year, there's no way you rank the worst and then get another head coaching job. Brian Daboll did not get another head coaching job. A lot of guys did not get other head coaching jobs. Jonathan Gannon will never be a head coach in the NFL ever again.
No.
So, I don't know. Again, I don't think Stefanski's some
Savior.
god or savior or whatever the fuck, but definitely don't think he should be the worst graded coach in the NFL. Like Todd Monken's any fucking better than him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what. No, okay. Baltimore. We were 12th overall.
Nice.
Offensive coordinator got a B minus.
Nice.
Don't know what's up with that. I don't know what that is.
Well, he's in the booth, and you guys are terrible.
Yeah, but if if C minus is Stefanski level, then like at least a C minus for Todd Monken.
I think, I don't know if you've done a review like this on your boss. You generally some people are the way it goes. Some people are really honest. Some people don't care. Some people kind of just say whatever the fuck they want, and some people just put A's for everything. Not everyone's ultra honest on these things.
Well, I mean, the Ravens got a lot of A's.
Yeah,
I think ownership got an A. Like people, there was a lot of A's. I think some other ones that were interesting. You had Buffalo; they were 16th. Their field was an F. So I mean, they're getting a new stadium, so maybe they'll have a better field.
But they're turf though.
Yeah, I was about to say, are they turf?
They're artificial turf.
They probably have to fucking be, huh?
I think so. No,
I don't know. They might not be turf.
Buffalo's definitely turf. Dude.
I don't know. You want me to look it up? I could tell you right now.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
The way I picture Buffalo's field, it's all turf, and I can't imagine how hard that is when it's cold. Pause.
Buffalo grass. Buffalo. Wait, no. This just told me what buffalo grass is. It's not what I asked. Fucking Google. I said, all right.
Kentucky bluegrass.
Do the Bills have grass or turf? Jesus Christ. This is like when I read that reporter's
Dude, that was his fault.
I know. Fucker. Natural grass for Buffalo Bills. Or no,
What? All right.
the new Bills stadium. Can Google AI just answer? This is why AI, people talking
No.
about, oh, AI is gonna take over the world. AI is gonna take over the world. I've asked Google twice now, do the Buffalo Bills have grass or turf? And my two answers so far have been, here's what buffalo grass is, and the new stadium in 2026 will feature. I didn't ask that. I want to know what do they play on? This field will include an advanced underground heat. Like I didn't ask that. Making a shift from their current. There we go. It took that long to get to the fact that they have artificial turf. So they have turf,
Okay.
artificial turf, and their new stadium will have grass.
Gotcha.
Like every field should.
Yes.
But they had a lot of A's and B's as well. Cincinnati was 28th.
That makes sense though. Like
Yeah.
obviously the worst, like the Steelers are gonna get it the worst because they rank the worst, but Cincinnati's been down there. And
Yeah.
it's ownership issues.
Well, I think one of the fun. You're right. Ownership got a D plus.
Yeah.
But you know what's funnier is they have. I guess they graded the treatment of families,
Wow.
and these fuckers got an F minus.
Oh my God. I don't even know
So
what that means, but that's crazy.
I'm assuming that means in terms of like how they deal with like getting maybe either tickets or
Sure.
like flights or whatever.
Anything
I don't know,
that
just or
involves,
just
yeah.
handling family members in general. An F minus for
Wow.
treatment of families. So Bengals organization treats their players' families like shit, apparently,
Wow.
which is
Now,
kind
like
of
what
funny.
you have to think about is like obviously we think about the big names when we think about these teams, but just what is it? 50 what's a roster? 52 or 56?
What'd you just ask me?
52 52 man roster, no?
53-man roster.
Whatever the fuck it is. 53. There's a lot of
Yeah,
names
I'm
on there.
winning Jeopardy tonight.
For real,
We're
dude.
just warming up.
How many players are there? 12. Um, there's a lot of players that we don't even think of, um, who don't play or barely play or whatever. Like a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that we're not ever gonna see.
Like Antoine Randall L.
Don't talk shit. What the fuck was that?
What? I was just
Why you
saying.
shoot? What the fuck was that? He was a fucking great
No,
receiver.
but
What are
when's
you
the
doing?
last time you thought of him?
Last week.
Bullshit. We just had a
Swear to
conversation
God.
about best names and you didn't even bring him up. We talked about
Well, it's
fucking.
not the
We
best, but
talked
it's a good
about
one.
Namdi Asamoah.
That's a better
And
name.
when do you talk about with Namdi? Never.
I'm talking about like names you've never heard.
Oh, okay.
Not Antoine Randall L.
I was just saying, like you said,
He's
people.
a,
You said there's
and
players you don't really think about.
I saw the clip last week. Antoine Randall L. Like he's a dude.
No,
When they
okay.
do the introductions and
You can be
whatever.
a dude. You can be a dude. But like,
No, I
okay,
mean like a
okay,
guy who's
okay.
like
What do you? Okay,
who like
okay. Sorry,
doesn't touch the field.
Chris Hogan. What do
No,
you?
not even Chris is a legend.
Who? What? At what level are we talking about then?
I'm like offensive lineman, like
A
backup
backup offensive lineman.
backup guard. Yeah,
Okay, so DJ Humphries.
perfect.
Uh,
Don't even know who that could be.
so
Like
let right tackle.
guys we've never heard of. So like there's a lot involved in this that's more than like Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase or whoever the fuck.
But this is
Like there's old veterans with kids and whatever.
yeah, but this is. I'm confused though. It's just an NFLPA rating.
What do you mean?
So is that how the NFLPA works? Is just every single player is getting a report card. I don't
Well,
think
I think
that's
each player gets a report card. Give you then it's probably a survey online, and then you give the survey goes to the NFLPA, and then they report it.
um
I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Okay. Boom. That's just what I wanted. What I wanted to make sure is so it's all it's all current, but then there's former players as well that are voting in on this. So that's
Hmm,
where I was confused in on. There's people who like, how would they know? I don't know. It just seems like it'd be harder to know what's going on, like how well their what their nutritionist is.
sure.
If you, I don't know. It
If
just
you've
seems.
never had a better nutritionist,
Well, if you I mean, it's just like you're fucking say you're retired for 5 years and you don't know who the chef is in Cincinnati. It's like, how do you know how
sure,
their nutrition? How do you know what their nutrition is? How do you know how to grade their nutritionist?
sure.
Um, but any other ones? I mean, Arizona was 31st. Um,
Also, really makes sense.
which Miami was first for the third
First,
consecutive year, which is hilarious. Um, treatment of family D plus for Arizona. Their locker room F minus, ownership F. And one here's an ironic one, um, and just doesn't make any sense at all. The NFLPA graded an A minus for Kansas City's nutritionist,
what's
Andy
what?
Reid. We're gonna sit
He's
here
not
and pretend.
involved.
No, you're not saying no, no. Duh, he's not involved. If he was involved, this A minus would have helped his ass a little bit. How the
Oh no,
fuck?
hundred
How,
percent.
how does Kansas City have an A minus nutritionist, but Andy Reid looks like that?
He's not. He's not having lunch with the boys.
And I'm
He's
not,
not.
and I'm not shaming
He
Andy
probably
Reid.
scolds that nutritionist. He
I'm
goes,
not.
"Get the fuck out of my fucking face."
I'm not shaming Andy Reid. I just don't want his fucking left side of his body to go numb mid playoff game next year because
It
he's
might.
doing fucking chicken nugget commercials, rubbing his finger across the damn table. I don't.
How about some of them nuggies?
Yeah, how about some of them
Which
nuggies?
is which is hilarious. And I don't think that's a top tier commercial just because you're fat. Please, please stop doing that stuff. But no, he's not talking to a nutritionist. Fuck no. That's for the players.
I guess. I
But it is
guess.
funny.
I guess. And besides that,
Here's the
I
thing
mean,
though, even an F minus nutritionist could tell him that he's out of shape.
yeah, but I'm saying you think an A minus nutritionist would at least like sneak a fucking healthy meal or two in Andy Reid's day?
Fuck no, dude.
Maybe. I no no. Here's the thing. I imagine if Kansas City has a nutritionist that's graded an A minus, Andy Reid is throwing away anything given him by this nutritionist.
100%. He goes, fucking chia seeds again? Sick. Gone.
But that's really all I got for the NFLPA report card. So I guess they are a little more interesting than I remember because I don't remember us ever really talking about them like this.
Again, like, we've probably gone over it like this. Like, we're not going to go through every team. And again, it's kind of shit we don't see and don't super duper care about. And like, obviously, they're not, none of these players, they get, all this stuff has to be anonymous because, like, if a guy comes out and is like, yo, ownership treated my family like shit, like, it's definitely not going to go over well. If he's just talking to media like that. So it kind of all has to be anonymous behind the scenes shit. But
Mm,
well, yeah, it's not too jarring.
I guess. Now here, I guess moving on from that.